Hello everyone, welcome back again. My name is Jesse, and in this wonderful tutorial I'm trying to see how to get requirements.txt file using a very nice package called Pipreqs, right? So the normal way that we use is usually using Pipreqs. Then in case you are working inside a virtual environment, you just go with Pipreqs, then the requirements.txt file. You're going to pipe it to or direct it to requirement.txt file. In case you are working with pipenv, you just do this particular option. So let's see a different approach, right? In case you are not working in a virtual environment, or in case you are working inside a virtual environment, you only want to get the requirement.txt file. You are using Pipreqs, so in case you don't have it on your system, you can just come back here, go with pip install Pipreqs, right? Pip requirements. Perfect. I've already installed it, so I'll just move straight away. Now let's see how to work with it. So if I come back to my folder here and I check it out, I have this particular folder here, which is bioinfo, right? This particular app. Then on this, inside this folder, there is an app here, app.py file. So if I open this particular app, you can see that it's having some various packages there. There are a lot of packages that I've imported and I'm working with, right? In case I don't want to get everything, but I want to get only the packages that were used inside this particular only the packages that were used inside this particular app, right? You can see that I'm using Streamlit, I'm using NetBio, and then collections. I want to get only this particular packages, right, which were used, not everything, right? Let's see how to do that, right? So I'm just going to go back to the same place I have. So in case after I finish installing, I can just check out the various things by Pipreqs. That should help. You can see all the various things we can do with this particular package. So these are all the commands and these are all the options we can do. So we're trying to explore some of them, right? So let's see how to work with it. So I'm just going to go back to my file, right, which is this particular place, right? So I'm going to redirect it to this project, this folder with this particular file there, and I'm going to get all the various imports and libraries used in this particular app, right? So let's see how to do that. It's going to be Pipreqs, right? Then I'll point it to that particular folder, so bioinfo, and that is all. So if I run it like that, it's going to generate all these particular ones for me, right? Perfect. It's going to take some time and analyze it, and then give me all the requirements or the imported packages within it. Perfect. So that's finished. It's going to tell me that successfully saved requirements file in bio file. So you see that here there was no that file was not there, but if I go back and I check it again, so now that's created the requirement.txt file. So let's open that particular file. Just go back to my folder, to my browser, my Sublime test, because that's giving us all the various things that were there, right? If you can see, Streamlit, bio Python, NetBio, and then Matplotlib, and then NumPy. You can see that all of them have been imported here, right? Perfect. Together with their versions, very nice and very cool, right? So that is this particular package. All you have to do is just go with Pipreqs, then you point it to the path or the folder or your project, right? That is a basic understanding. Perfect. In case you also want to see only them without getting the requirement.txt file, you can just come back again to the same thing. It's going to be like this, Pipreqs, right? Then I'm just going to say that I want to just print, don't give me the requirement.txt file. Now point it to my folder. It's going to only print it to standard output, right, to your terminal, not to the file. Perfect. That's giving us the same thing. Very, very nice and very cool. In case you don't want these versions, right, which is always required that you have the versions, you can also come back again and do the same thing. So pointing to the project or to the file, then I'll just go with no pin, right? If I go with no pin, it's going to print only the packages without their pinned version. Perfect. So that give us the same thing but without the pinned version. Very, very nice and very cool. So that is one of the very nice features of Pipreqs. Apart from that, you can also save it, right? In case I want to save it to my own file, I don't want to save it to this requirement.txt file. I want to save it to a file that I want, right? So let's see an example. So I'm just going to go back to the same thing. So Pipreqs, right? And I'll point it to the particular file I want to save. So I want to save to this particular file. I'm calling that package. So let's first of all check it out first. So we have our requirement.txt file. I don't want to save it here. I want to save it to packages.txt file, right? So how do I do that? To your own naming. It's going to be Pipreqs. Then I'll go with data save path, then packages.txt, right? Then I'll go straight away to the project or the folder with the app. So this is another way, right? So this is going to save it to this package.txt file. Perfect. So that I saved it there. So if I go back and I check it again, so I have to have my requirement.txt file and my packages.txt file, which is stored in the current directory. So if I go back and I check it out, there we have it here, the same thing, right? Very nice and very cool. So that is some very cool stuff you can do with it. So all you have to do is just go with Pipreqs, right? Then you point it to the file or the folder, right? That is it. So let's see, in case you have multiple folders, right? How do you do that? So I'm going to create another app. So what it's doing is that it's just picking the things here, right? The things here. So I'm going to create another folder here. So I'll go into my bio info package. I'm going to create another folder here. I'm going to call that, let's say, extra app, right? Then inside my extra app, I'm going to create another file called, let's say, new app.py. Then I'll open that particular new app.py. So let's open it. Right, perfect. So that's open. Now if I go back and again, let's check it out. So what it does is that it's going to pick whatever I write here, all the imports. So if I import, say, Streamlit, or Streamlit as st, right? Then let's say I'm going to import need test as nt, right? And then let's import a different package that you may not use. So let's import let's say another package like Plotly, right? Perfect. So I'm going to import Plotly.express as ps, right? So this is the package I'm using, right? So you can see that it's going to just pick these ones that I've written there, right? And then give me my result. So it scans, the Pipreqs goes to scan your file and pick all the input. So let's save it. Even if I comment one, so let me import pandas as pd, and I'm going to comment it out, right? If I comment it out, it's still going to see it, right? And still add it to it. Perfect. So let's run it again. So I'll come back again to the same place, right? There's nothing here. In case I want to get the requirement.txt file, right, of this particular one without this one, I'll just get out of this place, right? And in case I want to get this one, right, so let's delete the one for this one. So I'm going to go into my bio info, which is this. I'm going to delete that one. So remove the requirement.txt file. It's no more there. Apologies for the noise you hear behind, right? If I come back here, I said now we don't have our requirement here, but I want to pick for only this one and then ignore this, right? How do you do that? So it's simple. Just going to go with this Pipreqs, right? Then I'm going to say that ignore. I'm going to specify the particular folder I want to ignore. So I want to ignore my extra folder, right? Extra. So bio info, I want to ignore the extra app. So it's going to ignore this one. It's not going to import these ones. Then I'll just specify the folder I want. There's another option. So this is going to ignore all the other directory, which is this one. It's ignoring this extra one. Then it's going to only give me for this, right? So if I go back and I check it again, so now it has created one for this here, right? And if I check it here, so let's go back and check it out. So now it is there, right? And you can see these packages are here, but the packages on this are not part. The package is not on this one, the package is on the extra. Let's check it out, which is this here, and then let's check that one out. These packages are not part, right? Perfect. So that is something very nice and something very cool. The last thing we can also do is that in case I want to get all these ones, right, together with this, I can also do that. So that is to recap. So simply put, to get the requirement.txt file, you're just going to go with Pipreqs, right? Then you point it to the file. So I'm going to point it to the file that I have, which is going to be the folder that I have, right? So bio info. I want the extra. So this is what I want. I want to get everything here, right, inside the new app. That is all. So if I run it, it's going to generate it perfectly for me. Perfect. So I just created it perfectly here. Then you can see I just given us all of these things, right? Very nice. And it ignored the pandas because I uncommented it out, right? Or commented it out. Very cool and very nice. So that is how to work with Pipreqs. So I hope you have learned something. So the basic idea is that you just go with Pipreqs, then your folder, right? The folder that you want with your particular file there. Then in case you also want to ignore, you just go straight away with this option, right? You just go with ignore a particular folder, just ignore it. In case you want to print everything out as an output, you just go with this option, where is it? Right, without the pins, you just go with this option. Then to just get the pins together without printing it into a file, you just go with this option. So thank you for watching. See you in the next session. Stay blessed. Bye.